Hi friends, Allison here. Happy April. It is April 1st and I am on track with journaling and keeping myself busy during this crazy time in our world history. So I have today the second half of my flip through of March. And so I wanted to get it out to you guys. I've already done the first 15 days in this, and it's about 3 or 4 videos back if you want to go check it out. If you're new here, thanks for coming. I hope you like my flip through. If you've been around a while, you know my flip throughs take a little bit of time, and so I ended up breaking them up into twos. So this is going to be the second half of March. I'm working in, this is what I consider my fauxbo. I really don't know anymore. Daily creative art journal is what people are calling it. Junk journal. This is definitely a smash book because I'm literally in a smash book. I've gone ahead and put my label on it because I'm done with the month. And before I put it on the shelf, I just wanted to show you it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and flip through. So these are February, obviously, is probably about here. And then the first 15 days of March. All right. And then we will, continue on from there. All right. So I just put a tab. I think I did leave off here. So this is the 15th and we went glass blowing. So we're on our trip. Sorry, this is the 15th. We were on our trip to Oregon. And so I think I did this page with you. So we went to see sea lions and I think it's funny when you have a junk journal, smash journal, whatever, and you have kind of pre-done pages, if you will. Like this was already in here. And it's like pink diamonds. And I was like, oh, I don't really like that page. I'll probably end up covering up when I was looking at it. This one, I obviously put some paint on, but the quote on it was, "You've got some real gems there." And then I found this sticker that was pink and it said "Real Friends," and it just all tied together. And I just love that. I just love how sometimes in our creative process, it just all works, right? And I would have had no way of knowing that this is what we'd be doing on that day or anything. So anyway, all right, here we go. So Monday the 16th was our last day in Oregon. And I was putting these dots every day for my gym workouts at Orange Theory. And so I put that on there. I got a call today that they are closing today. My final weigh-in was supposed to be the next day on Tuesday for the challenge that we were doing. It's just so lame. So anyway, I was so sad. But again, here's another example of how this page just ties in. Look, it's like the world globe behind it, like this huge map. I just love it. I pulled this picture. And this is one of the first pages. I did a little bit somewhere back here, but this is one of the first pages I really did on like the coronavirus and it really impacting us. We had heard lots of things and had some shutdowns and whatnot, and definitely heightened awareness and safety and all that, especially at work. But I just felt like today was a good day to plan that. So on this half of the page, I had found this in a magazine, Plan, Book, Travel, Repeat. This is a trip we've done. This is our second year doing it. We moved from California a few years ago, and what we decided was two of our couple friends, we like fly and drive and meet in the middle, being Oregon, between California and Washington. And we decided when we left that we need to do it more than once a year. And so we already decided we're going to do it again in October at a different location. And so I thought this played in well. So plan, book, travel, repeat. We were not like, it wasn't that sunny, let's say. We were on the beach, but it was not that sunny. But anyway, and so we're going to go down to California in October and have a beach, stay on the beach there. So I just thought it all kind of worked. So I just wrote, we had to say goodbye to Oregon. I said, it's like moving all over again. It's always hard for me to say goodbye. I have a hard time transitioning back. But anyway, oh my gosh, you guys, on the way home, my car started having problems. It is like an ongoing, constant thing in our house, I'm telling you. So it made for a very long ride home. And I was so grateful that my husband drove because my anxiety was like all the way up in my chest the whole way. We made it home safely. The kids are good and Buddy survived. So anyway, that just was our long drive home. Here I just wrote about how it's impacting us. So the kids on the previous Thursday had found out that school is going to be not postponed, like canceled for 6 weeks, starting on Tuesday. And they found out on Thursday. They were supposed to come in Monday and get all their things, including their computers, which the district provides. It's mandatory that they use those every day, and like whatever, every kid's provided one. So Monday was the day they were supposed to go in, and then the staff and the teachers were going to like figure out quickly what they were going to do and how to communicate and all that kind of stuff. The governor canceled all going to school at all. So they weren't able to go in on Monday and get their computers, which didn't impact my kids. They already had them, but regardless, so it changed things up quite a bit. So, yeah, so I just put the consequences of the virus is worldwide, and I know many people are impacted more than us, but this really sucks. So I do have a graduating senior, and yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal in their life. They've got, both my kids have a lot of AP classes and, college acceptances coming and just all sorts of things for sports and scholarships and just all of it. And I know that's nothing compared to major health problems or major financial problems or any of that, but that's kind of just a glimpse of how it's impacting our world. So I just felt like I wanted to document it. Sometimes I don't document a lot about what's going on in the world. I try and just journal like my process or my day and just not get involved in some of it. And then sometimes I feel like it's big enough and weighing on my heart enough that I really want it as a part of my journal. So that was that page. But again, I thought it just kind of worked. So, okay, Tuesday was the 17th, and my work was canceled in office sessions. We have a client who was tested for the virus. Our office had to be completely cleaned, blah, blah, blah. So I was working from home. So it was like Tuesday the 17th. I had already decorated a little bit of like St. Patrick's Day, and it just sucks. Like, it's a fun day. I mean, we've gone the whole gamut, right? Of like partying all day when we were younger, and then raising my kids and doing all sorts of fun leprechaun and green and wearing green to school. And it's just such a fun day. And it was nothing. Like, I just worked at home in my sweats, and we found these M&Ms on the way back from Oregon yesterday, and I thought they were hilarious. And it says, have a great day pretending to do work. And I just thought it was just so funny because I just was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So anyway, there's just some green. Yeah, all the normalcies of our days are gone. I didn't get to wear my St. Patrick's socks to my gym, and just, that sort of problems. We are totally healthy and, doing well. It just was like adjusting. So that's what that page is about. This day is, the same. So I did the 2-page here. So, okay. So this was already here. I already prepped this, this side because I was going to weigh in. I was going to like do the final part of my transformation here for the, 8 weeks that we've done. And so I didn't want to move it. I just was like, and so, this is a sticker. It says more life on it. And I just put OTF on it. So, and then I put no more OTF life. And I put, cause it's closed. And then, this was like about the scale and like all that kind of stuff, because they measure a lot of things when we go there. So I just put this as a reminder, don't let numbers define you. And then this was, we decided to go get dinner. We hadn't really gone to the market yet. And we supported our local restaurant. They're doing takeouts only now. They're only open like 3 hours a day. And we live in a relatively small town, and so it's important that we are supporting local businesses. So we did that, and then we went and got Menchie's to bring home also. And so I just wrote about like, today was the day I was supposed to weigh in, and I just put, I'm disappointed in my overall lack of change, but I'm proud of myself for like the routine I've established and other measurements. And so that's kind of like why that is there too. Okay. This day, I can't even, it's so crazy. It was such a ginormous day. It's so weird. So here we had car problems driving home. I couldn't get the car in this day. So we took it in the car, the shop this day. Major problems, like major problems. And so the guy called at like, I don't know, 11 in the morning. Basically, they'd already looked at the car. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Hold on. Excuse me. They'd already looked at the car, and it needs like $8,000 worth of work. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming and stuff like that. Just, it's very overwhelming for me. So my husband was like, just whatever you decide, just I back you. Like, but we have to get a different car. Like, we're not going to put $8,000 into this car. So I went online and I was like doing all this comparison shopping and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And like by the end of the night, I drove home a new car. So, he like met me at the dealership. He was like, yep, do whatever you want, get whatever you want. Like, I'll go home and take care of the kids. And so I bought a new car. And this is literally like, I have no pictures. I have no like flyer from the dealership. I have nothing. That's how quick it was, and how like normally I'm like, oh, I'll grab the menu, or I'll grab, I have nothing of this day. It was crazy. So anyway, I have a sticker here. I need to go back in and do that. So anyway, that I just think it's funny because it's a major thing, and it was so overwhelming to me that I couldn't even think about anything except getting my needs met really with a new car, and like providing and financially handling that during this crisis now, and like all of it. So these are like poop emoji stickers. These are like watercolor Avery stickers. I've shown you these before. They're label stickers. I just watercolor on them randomly, and then I pulled them for decoration. This I had because you guys know I'm a Prime shopper. Amazon announced today they're not delivering anymore except for medical necessities, which I completely support and agree, but I just thought that sticker was funny. Like, I'm slightly bitter because I order a lot from Amazon, not like foo-foo stuff, like just if we need something or medicine, or again, anyway, so I put that there to note that. This day is Thursday the 19th, and I just watercolored some spots on my Hobonichi paper. You guys know I am trying to use that up. I will just show you. So I have an old A6 that I didn't really utilize, and so I've been painting on it randomly and then cutting out. Okay, and so I just used those as big journaling spots for today. It was kind of bits and pieces. So no gym. I put no OTF, no morning squad, my garage squad that I lift with and whatnot. Yeah, so all of that. I'm trying to hook it into my monitor at home. That's not working, so I'm feeling kind of like about that. I went to the market. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I bought food to stock both of our fridges, and there was no toilet paper, which I just have to mark again. That's part of history. I think it's nuts. Like, we had okay toilet paper, but nothing. There was no baking soda. There was no hydrogen peroxide. There was no bleach. There was no any of that. The ironic part during this, which I've noted a few times, is the vitamin aisle and like the wellness aisle is fully stocked. So the preventative stuff is like stocked. And so I bought, I already have it, but we bought some more zinc and some vitamin C and stuff like that. So I just think it's funny. I went to the Good to Go today. That's where we get like our tabs to go over the toll bridges with my daughter. So I took her there today to get it for her car, and they're not doing it in office. You can only do it online. So just crazy changes, right? So very quick figuring all that out. Here's work. I got all my sessions done by phone. It's a bit harder to deal with, but overall okay, and my clients are okay, so I'm grateful for that. And I took a full thing into Goodwill, like a whole carload into Goodwill, or trunk, back part, into Goodwill. And I had a few things to return because prior to going to Oregon, we had Spirit Week at the gym, and I had bought a few things to wear to Aloha Day, and I didn't wear them, and so I was going to return them, and they were closed. So you can't go in the store. You could just go through the drive-through to donate. So just quick changes, right? Quick, like everything again is changing. So today was the first day of spring officially, and so I noted that here. Put some spring flowers on it. I do appreciate the weather. The sun is out a little bit longer. The birds are chirping a little bit in the morning. I absolutely love opening up my door in the morning, even though it's so cold, and hearing some birds and some crisp, clean air, and it's just beautiful. So I'm ready. All right, the 20th. No workout today. I just chose comfort over growth. I need to get back in and moving my body. I know that very clearly about myself. I preach it all the time at work. But today I just chose comfort, which is easy to do. So I'm holding that in my conscious awareness there. I did do some job searches. I continue to get some job prompts of offers. And so I spent some time doing that today. Not that I'm looking for a new job, but I did do some research this day on kind of that, because I guess there's an air of uncertainty in my current job and with everything currently going on. And so I want to be prepared, I guess, I think this was kind of like anxiety reducing for me, that we want to focus what's in our control circle, right? And so anxiety happens when we feel things are outside of our control circle. And so the more things are inside of our control circle, our anxiety decreases. And so this was part of me working that process, if that makes sense. Okay. This was a cookie, a picture of a cookie from like, I don't even know, a Mingle magazine or something. And it says, gather. And it was like this really fun, I don't even know, like Thanksgiving or something. And so I just cut it out. I thought it was hilarious. And I put do not gather, because the new tag is social distancing, which I now have a new tag. But anyway, so there's a ban on gathering more than like 8 people at a time. And I think at this time it was just more than like 6 or 8 people at a time, but really asking, if you don't need to be together, don't be together. And so I just thought it was funny. So I put enjoy the day, enjoying the moment. My husband worked. My daughter had lunch with a friend. They drove through and then ate at the park. And my son went out and tried his new skiff board out on the water. And then my husband ended up working a double, which is just a long day. So and then a little quote that I just printed up. It says, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. So this is a picture I thought was funny, like that I'd cut out a long time ago, I believe, probably from Real Simple. It was like a picnic party barbecue scene. I don't know, but I just cut that out because that was my daughter, like eating in the park. Like there's no more in restaurant eating. There's only drive-through pickup, that sort of thing. So, this day, my daughter went hiking with 4 friends, because that's still open at this time. And as long as you're outside and like being safe and whatever. So they went hiking. And then on the way home, they drove through Chick-fil-A, because, again, it's not by our house. It's pretty far. And so like when they go far, and anyway, they don't get it frequently, I guess is my point. This was written on the bag. Like every order that came out, they had written, "We appreciate you," on the bag. And I just thought, you know what? It's little tiny things like that we have to remember. Like these restaurants and businesses depend on us for their livelihood as well. And for them to just say that, I just thought it was very sweet. So I love that so many people are supporting local businesses. Anyway, and they are obviously appreciated. So I put lots of craft time today, and I put this here because I was going to mail Happy Mail. I prepped it this day, I believe, but I did not mail it Saturday. I did not mail it on Saturday. I meant to, and I just didn't get it done in time, but I did prep it this day. These quotes right here are from Lynn Loves Life, or Love Lynn's Life. Love Lynn's Life, and I'm one of her Patreons. I will try and link her below. She has great videos and great, beautiful journals, and I just love everything. And so these are like printouts from her. You've seen them before. I use them on my pages. So here I worked on getting Happy Mail ready. I wanted to mail them, but no. So hopefully Monday, I hope the post office is open. And I think Happy Mail can help lift the current fear and anxiety. So that's one of the ways when we're talking about giving back and talking about like what you can do. Sending a little piece of happiness is definitely something you can do to help stay connected, right? So here is, I went for the loop run today, and I got the OT app to work. So anyway, that was helpful because I like that, and I like having it to measure, right? And so that's how I keep consistent with that. So I'm happy about that. It's about a 4.2 mile run. And so I've been doing that consistently. And then I have this, oops, you're out of frame. Sorry. Or I'm out of frame for you. I have this ribbon. It's actually like Thanksgiving ribbon, I guess, in my fall folder. It says remember and forever. And I just grabbed a piece of it and put it on there as a little tab because These are just unprecedented times, you guys. This is kind of, it is. I mean, it's like nothing else we've ever experienced, certainly. And I'm proud of how we're handling it a little bit, like in terms of staying upbeat and supporting each other. I do think social media can help. I also think social media cannot help and increase anxiety. And so you have to monitor that personally. And anyway, so I just thought it was, I don't know, it fit the page. All right, March 22nd. You know this. This is my favorite tab in the whole, or punch in the whole world. I made a pocket. This is the, you know, the temporary plate off my daughter's car when she bought the car. And so it was up today. We put the real plates on her car. And so I just used it as a pocket. I cut out some words from a piece of scrapbooking paper here. It's super simple page. I didn't do much. I made a tab. This is just paper. I didn't back it with anything. And put a sticker on it. This is from the Dollar Tree. So what I did here was I put the sticker on. Okay. And then on the back, I kept the sticker paper. I should probably glue this down a little bit more. So I need to glue it on, but I kept the sticker paper on the back. I just cut it around. Come on, Allison. I cut around the butterfly and used it. I will glue it down here. In fact, I can do that right now. And then that way it's not sticky on the back, obviously. Okay. And you can do it otherwise. Oops, I jostled you guys. Sorry. I think like Elizabeth puts powder or something. I'm not too sure. But anyway, that's how the sticker's not sticky on the back. All right. And then so I put here, my daughter and I were home. The boy went to work on his boat. My husband went on a morning walk and then another one later when I went. So he went on like 2. He did like, I don't even know how many miles today, 12 or 14. It's insane. We watched All American way too late, and I watched it with my son, and my daughter worked on her AP paper. And then today I went for my run, and I met my husband about 5 minutes in. He did the rest of it with me. He had already done about 7 miles. It's crazy. We were all home for dinner. We barbecued steak and ate at the table, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm just trying to, you know, sit in gratitude at the moments we do have. I can tell you we eat dinner together most nights, which is really nice. We haven't done that in years, literally. Maybe once a week if we can. We really push to make it happen, but it's more difficult. So we're taking advantage of that. We've gotten out all the board games. We've, you know, gotten out some electronic games like Wii or whatever that we haven't been playing. And so it's, you know, it's kind of nice on that level. And, to not have the pressures of all of it all the time. So it's interesting. One of my quotes, I'll show you guys later, is kind of how we're going to come out of this. All right, the 23rd, again, important things to remember. I cut out from Lynn. So this is Monday. I mailed Happy Mail today. I mailed 4 big packages. And anyway, I know one of them got there and the other 3 are international. And so I'm hoping they get there. I have 1 more to send that didn't go out this day. But anyway, it is raining and hailing. It's hailing, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. I watched All American with the kids. Got journal time and Netflix in. My daughter went, and got balloons to celebrate her friend's birthday. I said, I'm impressed by how people and kids are adapting and coming up with creative ways to connect during this. So you've seen lots of posts of birthdays during this, and people are doing like drive-bys. We don't live in a magazine. We don't live in a neighborhood where that really works as much. But, you know, my friends in California are posting like they organize caravans and they all drive by and honk and have balloons and the birthday person kind of waves. And my daughter blew up like, I think 100 balloons or something insane, and drove to her friend's house and asked his mom to open up his car, you know, whatever, leave the car open. And she packed his car full of balloons and like left him a present because they can't celebrate together. And then he, for his birthday, drove around to all of his friends' house, dropped off a cupcake, and then they had a Zoom birthday party. And I mean, like, just doing what we can. I'm impressed with people's spirit. We were told last night that President Trump has ordered the National Guard to our state. I don't know what this means. So that's interesting. So the National Guard was ordered into California and Washington, I do know, and it hasn't impacted our city versus like our state as much. But anyway, so here's my little thing that I put on my packages when I mail something. So um, I did get my Happy Mail out today. I woke up, I woke up when my husband left, which was early, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I ran into town this morning and went to Rite Aid. I picked up my prescription, got some little things. I got eye drops, etc. Then I went to the market, got some food. We have plenty, but again, like fresh food, right? Fresh whatever, fruits and whatever. So, but we got bread and fruit, and I got Chinese for dinner. And then I went to the post office and I mailed my packages. Happy Mail, can't wait until they get them. Um, I said I need to mail smaller packages. This is not a picture of the coronavirus, like the actual virus, but I thought it was applicable. And I pulled it from a magazine, and it says, well, today Governor Inslee ordered a stay-at-home order for Washington. It's getting a little scary. My husband is called into work, but no one else is leaving the house unless medical necessary or the market. So this is obviously like within a week, right? There's been such a difference. And so stay at home, starting today. This picture, a lot of people commented when I posted this. This is like I ripped it out of a magazine. Okay, this is not like my artwork, and I just cut it and added some glitter paint and whatnot, but made a pocket, added some paint up here. All right, the next day I did my date on this. It's like a Tim Holtz card, and so I just colored in March 24th, and then I put Tuesday here. This is a pocket I made. Oh, I need to be better about this. Shoot, this is a security envelope. This is like an envelope from your bills or whatever, and I made it into another envelope. I put some paper on the front, and I forgot who posted that video. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'll see if I can find it, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, just so you know, it's a recycled envelope, and I just put some scrapbooking paper on it. This is from what? I don't remember. Oh, I do remember. This was on an order that I ordered, and it came in the mail, and so I just cut it out and put it there. This is my little journaling card for the day. Again, not very much to journal. Tuesday is a work day for me. And it just says family, and I just put, despite the chaos that's happening in our world, we are good, we are blessed, and we are well, trying to keep my anxiety at bay. So just a simple note, like not a lot. I just know it's a work day for me, and I'm working at home, but like not a lot. Everyone was home, obviously. And okay, the next day is the 25th. My gratitude is I'm grateful we're all well. I put the blue dot is from Lynn. The orange dot I just painted on my paper. This is a cutout from this part was on the page back here. And I put, look at the bright side was on some washi tape. It says coronavirus stay home Wednesday. I put everyone's working from home. I had good sessions. These are tough times. Our sessions are so important right now. I didn't have to hospitalize my client, which is really good. I think next week we're working on Zoom. We're just waiting on government approval for HIPAA and blah, blah, blah. This collage sheet is from Lynn. This quote is from Lynn. It says, the more you love yourself, the less nonsense you will tolerate. And this is kind of like a quote that just resonated with me from like sessions today, basically. I love these journaling spots. This is from the Happy Planners. And I mean, it's such a cute idea. You could obviously make them, but they sell them. And so it says, I like big cups and I cannot lie. And it had a little weekly agenda, but I just wrote in here, I check in with my daily, I have a daily group online from Rise, the conference we did from Rachel Hollis. And it's Spirit Week in that group and coffee cup day or whatever. So every day she has a different cup, and then we wear a different thing. And so today was Christmas jammies. And so I got those out and wore those. It's just a nice way to start your day. So my husband had tough meetings from work. Work from home. The boy did online work. He met with our neighbor regarding investment stuff. I said, I'm just so impressed with him. My daughter went and exercised at school. So the school, whatever field is open. And so she went over there and got some some running and kicking and whatever in. The parks are still open. You're still allowed to exercise type thing. Walking, jogging, that sort of thing. And my husband went for 2 walks today, over 10 miles. He's so amazing. And this is the little business card from the order I got here and basically an Etsy order, if you will, from our Garage Squad gym crew. And so I just love it. The spunky pineapple. Anyway, and so I included her card there. The 26th was a fun day. So this day was last Thursday. Here's my punch. This came out of, like, I've showed this to you before, like a cereal box or something. I pull whatever I can, right? And it says underestimated. Seriously, at first glance, you might think, meh. And I just thought, I don't know why I thought it applied to this day. It was kind of like a boring day or whatever. But today turned out to be a pretty amazing day. So this is the other part of that envelope right here. This is the bottom part. Okay, so I just cut it off here and I used it as a half pocket here. Put some, I don't know, pictures on it. This came out of a book, obviously, but oh my gosh, you guys, I got sucked in. I can't help it. So I got sucked into the Tiger King, and I just put, I will never get those hours back. Like, that part of my life is just gone. It got sucked into Netflix. It's a train wreck you can't help but watch, just like they say in the show. Holy cow. And it's all true. Like, it's just, I don't even know. But anyway, I just had to put a note there. Like, everyone's watching it. I had to watch it. And holy cow. Anyway, I found this picture in probably a Real Simple or something like that. And I put my new normal. So getting in the groove of working at home. Clients are responding well. May do video sessions next week for those that choose it. Some don't want it. So again, adapting. We'll do whatever works. My husband is still going to work, home by 5, so not too bad. The boy went sailing today. Hope that is all right. I feel like he is out on the water and not around others. There's nothing that, no one said that's not. Anyway, so he's doing that. And my daughter went and practiced soccer at the high school. They have something to do and stay active. They have homework from their coaches as well, like just like class, right? And so they have to do so many minutes or hours or kicks or touches or like all that kind of stuff. They're all logging that. And I have just been so impressed with the teachers and the coaches and all of that during this time. They have adapted like that. And although my kids are in high school, the elementary school and definitely the middle school, I give them kudos, man. They are online Zooming every day with their kids. The high schoolers are a little bit more infrequently, but and obviously not quite as into it. So they're not wearing silly hat day or sports day or anything like that. But everyone's adapting, and it's kind of the new normal for all of us. So on this page, I put yippee, way to celebrate. My son today accepted his offer from College of Charleston. He's decided on the school he's going to go to. It's been a long process. He applied to 4 schools. He got into 4 schools. He was really just weighing the benefits and the offers from each school. And so today he pushed the button and accepted and started the process of all that. And so just kind of exciting, big changes, obviously. So he will be very, very far away from us next year. And so that's, on my heart as well. So, and I just put today as the day. The boy has been so systematic in moving forward into his college. He has made his decision and submitted acceptance. Just so proud of him. So exciting. So that's a big deal. This day was the 27th. I put this here because I know I filmed. Can you see that little tab I put up there? I put it here because I know I filmed a magazine or a video today. So one of the previous videos was, I think, on what's on my desk, collage work. And this is like just one of the ways, you do a lot of collage work, sometimes just for no reason, just to glue stuff. And one of the ways I use it is just to rip it up and use it as like a little tab. So I put that on there. So this day was Friday. I started my day with a cup of coffee and YouTube, which is like lovely. And I put you do you, babe. I ordered a new mouthpiece because I snore. And so I ordered this mouthpiece, and my mouth was so sore in the morning, you guys. My jaw hurt, and I don't know if it's good for me or not. I'm going to take it to my dentist, I think. I don't know. So anyway, I wore it this day. It says on the packaging and everything that like that's normal. You will either get used to it or your jaw goes back like throughout the day, obviously. But anyway, today I cleaned my craft desk. I filmed some videos, a clean desk. I worked. Oh, my husband worked and then went for a run. I ran at 6 p.m. I put better late than never. So that's the bummer part or hard part for me when I have a gym time. Like at Orange Theory, you commit to a class time and you have to go or you pay. And so you sign up and you go, right? Like, and there's limited spots. And so you're like, yeah, I'm going. When I have all day to do it or whatever, I totally am like, I'll do it later, especially with the weather and running outside. I'm not a big fan of running in the rain. So yeah, 6 p.m. has been my pretty much normal time. And I can tell you, I go at 6 because the sun goes down at 7:30. And it takes me about 50 minutes to run my 4.2 miles. And I kind of wait until the last minute. So I'm going to work on that because I know this is going to end and I know I have to get back to a morning routine. So anyway, but better late than never. One of my happy meal arrived today. So that's a little picture from like a Hallmark envelope. So I'm excited about that. And then I put moments spent together. Improve your game every day. My kids played video games for hours today together. And I just love it. I love hearing them laugh. I love having them hang out. Again, I'm just kind of honoring this less stressful time, if you will, that they have less pressure to perform every single day of their life and be at the next event and get to the thing and do the thing. And I just love it. So anyway, this is kind of my new normal, if you will. Like I spent some time reading and then online, obviously, and then there's a shoe for running. So, all right, we're almost done. The 28th is Saturday. This quote, it says, if you want to fly, you got to give up the shit that weighs you down. And it just spoke to my heart. So I put it in there. So excuse my language. So I did journal videos and had an indoor day. Everyone was home today. The boy went to pick up some new gear for his boat, like that he was able to get. But other than that, he was home. My husband and son and daughter, if you're not in the sailing community, but a lot of people are like when you're missing sailing or whatever, and they're making these videos in their bathtubs. And so we just thought they were so funny. So my husband helped my son make one to announce which college he was going to. And it was just so funny. And so there he is in the bathtub with our dog. And so he had different hats out of different colleges he was thinking about going to and shoes. And anyway, and so it was just funny. So he announced officially today where he chose to go. And so I just made this is like a little piece of vellum. I put a boat stamp on it and then I journaled behind it that he made his video. And I just thought it was so sweet. So these flowers are a big piece of scrapbook paper, which I don't normally do. And I got the idea or was reminded of the idea from Felicia at the fauxbo group. And she is like so creative, you guys. I will link her channel down below too. Gosh, every single page, like I feel like if you see this, you're gonna go, oh, that's Allison probably, like, because I think my pages, some of us have like a look. I swear her pages, every one is like so unique and different, and like I just love her pages. She's so creative, and I get so many ideas. So anyway, she uses ideas. And so I thought, oh, that's interesting. That's something I haven't done in a while. So I found a big piece of scrapbook paper, which again, I have plenty of, and cut out the big flowers and just put them on randomly. So thank you, Felicia, for another inspiration there. It was pouring rain today. I did not want to go for a run. So I talked my kids into doing a home workout with me. And so this was us after. So I just love that. I just cherish that so much. And then coffee to start my day always. I'm enjoying my slow mornings, to be honest. Sunday the 29th, this was just a magazine. It's had another word. It's like Sunday morning something. It's a brand, but I just cut it off. And I put beautiful sunny day today. I put this here because I still want a new water bottle. I have not found a replacement to my water bottle that died last month or whatever. And So anyway, I put that there as a reminder. I really think I want one of these Nalgene ones, but I don't know. Like I can't decide. So anyway, but that's a Pacific Northwest like picture. I love it. I put a phone there. This is, if you watched one of my videos about cutting up the Mantra magazine, this was like things from there. And I cut those both out for there. I am loving this. I'm spending more time on FaceTime calls and that type of thing, connecting. I'm super grateful for my friend that like calls and checks in, and there's just a little bit more connecting going on because we are less busy. And if that is the blessing we get out of this, then so be it. Like if we, if we're going to learn some things, let that be one of them. I got a sweet happy mail from Karen down in Australia. And so that's, it was all Easter stuff. So thank you, Karen, so much. And that's, anyway, one of the other happy mails I'm sending out. So, this was in the package, and this was on the package, and it was just so sweet. So, I started watching Iron Fist on Netflix, which is like a Marvel. I just put on Netflix when I'm down here journaling, basically. So it's not like I sit in front of the TV and just watch. I have it on kind of as background. It's either that or YouTube. I'm not a big, like, just turn on the radio. I like to have something to kind of visually look at over here sometimes. So anyway, and so I made a video today of cutting up my Mantra magazine. So I put this here. And I love this little dog. I don't know why I put him on there, but I think he's hilarious. He's like dabbing or whatever. And then these are snippets from the magazine. Can you see that? This is, I just cut the edges off magazines. And I just felt like they made these really fun little things, right? So this is the edge that I cut off. And then I just was playing with them. I think I was actually going to just put them in the trash or something. And I was like kind of looking at them like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be fun. So I'll probably do the same thing to that one and kind of make, I don't know. So I just put that in there. All right, Monday the 30th, we started the next 90 days in our Rise group with Rachel Hollis. This is a promise to yourself and a daily journaling practice and everything about setting goals and starting your day with gratitude. These are the 5 things that I'm doing every day. I'm waking up early. I'm writing down gratitude. I'm exercising. I'm giving up a food and drinking water. And so I put that there. This is my symbolic animal that came out of that conference, and I just love it. And there's a whole story behind it, and it just speaks to my soul. So just love it. And then today was my parents' 45th anniversary. So I called them and wished them well. And I was trying to send them dinner, but like they don't need it. And they've got their own thing going on with dinner. They crack me up. So anyway, we'll figure out what we're going to do for a gift and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, talked a long time and had love, and they're doing well, which is a blessing. I went shopping at the market. I went to 2 different markets. All is well. There was food. There was toilet paper. It does me good to get out and know that the crisis is not as scary as the news makes it seem. So again, sometimes when you're here kind of by yourself and isolated, I get caught up in like the craziness, if you will. Not that it's not a real thing and that it's very scary and it's very severe, but there's not a need, for me at least, to be panicked or hoard food, that sort of thing. We have plenty of food. We could survive for a very long time. It may not be that pleasant. I mean, it might be some things, but we're okay. And there was toilet paper in the grocery store. So the empty rows at the market are gone, thankfully, as of right now. So this was in my Mantra magazine. You guys, if you watched that video, you saw me pull this. And I just put it there to remind me of my Rise conference and my Rise sisters and everything that goes along with that. So this is a picture from Mantra magazine, and I made a giant pocket. This is my ode to Elizabeth, if you will. I don't normally but I just love the whole picture, but it took up my page, obviously. And so I made a giant tag and stuck it in there. And then this collage bit, all of this is from Lynn again. So I put work online, play online, YouTube, Emmy Lou and Elizabeth. I watched those videos today. Emmy Lou Arts, I'll link her below. She's doing her whole, when she does her pages and whatever, she was putting these little hearts all over it. That's kind of like her thing. And she started a fundraiser for one of her friends, that's called Put a Heart on It. And it's so sweet. And she made some products. And so I had purchased some of her products, like a mug and a sticker. Anyway, so I put some hearts on it to remind me of Emily and anyway, and sweet Elizabeth. And then I said, this is literally me working in my sweats after my run this morning and drinking my coffee. So I did go out for a run this morning with my garage squad. We all stayed 6 feet apart. And then, oh, I wrote on here, oh, I guess I posted it online. I literally was more than 6 feet apart because I fell behind and then I got lost. We were in a neighborhood that I didn't know. So I ended up totally running by myself, but it's okay. We all met back at her house, and stayed 6 feet apart. But it was like so nice to see people and faces and like be back with some people that encourage each other and love each other and like are strong, right? I want to surround myself with strong people and healthy choices and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we all brought something like to share in individual bags and set it up on a table. And as we ran by it, we grabbed it and then said goodbye. So anyway, that was just so sweet. I worked from home. I got all my sessions done. There are benefits to working from home, but clinically it's just not ideal. I really need to be face to face with my clients and help. Anyway, it's not my best choice for treatment for me. My husband left for work today, probably for 3 days. He's dealing with many people and many ships coming in and coming in from China, like all the crazy stuff. And so we were like, you don't need to be coming home every night. And work was like, you don't need to be going home every night. So they offered to put him up in a hotel, but the hotel's not accepting people. And so that is like an indicator of how serious this is. They can't, like, they don't want to be responsible for cleaning and like all of it. So he's staying at work. Excuse me. So that part is kind of surreal, right? So he's definitely being impacted by this, as are we, with him gone. And I said, what's for dinner? We had leftovers tonight. The kids had a good talk with G, which is in our family, and had classes all day. And then they played Xbox all day. The rest of the day, I just put blessed. So good day. It was a good day, good sessions and whatnot. I worked most of the day and just grateful for that. That is the end of the month. So what I did after that was I made a page kind of to goodbye to March. I had a couple pages in here, and so I thought I'd use them. I do feel like I wanted to document some of this current pandemic, right? I mean, this is, again, history, and I really felt like I wanted to do that. So I put goodbye to March. There's some prayer stickers behind, which was, I believe, in a Happy Meal from Elizabeth a while ago, but I really just thought they were applicable here. I put a picture of U.S. Mercy. This is the Navy ship, one of the Navy ships that President Trump has called in to help. And people said they wouldn't make it there in time and like all this kind of stuff. And they absolutely did. They made it to the port of LA and the port of New York. And super amazing. This picture is super cool, though, because this is where we used to live, Southern California. This is where my husband used to work. And so super cool. Like lots of people down in California took pictures of it and stuff. And I just think it's really amazing to know, like, it's that close. So anyway, I just put, oh, March, what do I say? The state of our world is literally unprecedented. And so I did some journaling here. I did some journaling about the numbers. I did take a screenshot of the current numbers from yesterday as we ended the month. And I do check it daily, and I write down the Washington cases. Washington's moving down on the list of states impacted, which is really good for us. We're really trying. And we were obviously one of the top states before because we were so severely impacted right at the beginning. So it's nice to move down. And then, just to document this number, I'll take another screenshot at the end of April or whatever, just to see the difference and just to know the impact. So I found an ad for toilet paper just because that's obviously the thing this month, obviously. kind of crazy. But anyway, and I put Look of the Irish because I was like, not. Like, I want to put not here. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I did find this. I thought this was good. This is from an old Happy Planner. I had cut it out a long time ago, but I want to focus on the good. This says women rising, and I think I'm going to like cross off women and just put rising, or not cross off, but put a sticker or something, because I think everybody is, with strength, love, and wisdom. And then I found this picture and I put now what? And then here is a quote that I just found really inspirational. It says, I think that when the dust settles, we will realize how very little we need, how very much we actually have, and the true value of our human connection. And I love that. And that's what I want to focus on, like focus on the good. So I want to focus on that moving forward. I have 2, maybe more pages in this book. I think I will rip them out and use them for other things. I'm going to call that a wrap. So this Smash book holds February and March. I went ahead and added a title here. It is fat. You can see it will take up quite a bit of real estate on my shelf. Okay. It's been fun though. It is bigger than what I want to work on right now. And so I have decided on my next book. And so if you watched that video, you saw me kind of choose a couple, and this is the one I decided to go with, and I am in the process of prepping it. So we'll see, but I can tell you I've already prepped like 3 pages and did not glue anything really in there except paper snippets like this. And you can see it's already bulking up like a lot. So I already knew I was going to have to cut some papers out, but I don't know how much this book's going to hold, honestly. And it is pure plain pages, and so we'll just see how I handle that. But I'll show you that as the month happens. So that's what I'll be working in, at least for April. We'll take 1 month at a time right now. This is the end of February and March for my flip through. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you're well. I hope you do things today that feed your soul and bring you calmness. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.